Hello and welcome back to the channel. A lot of stuff happened here recently. So first of all, I was able to take a motorcycle ride with some friends of mine. Now, a lot of times you hear people doing the loop. I mean, usually that means the Mae Hong Son loop, which I'm going to do here maybe in the next 30 days. But this was a mini loop. This is a loop that you would do if you wanted to do a motorcycle ride, have some cool stops, but you only wanted to do a 2-hour, let's say, drive if you didn't stop anywhere. And you could do this with a car. You don't necessarily need a motorcycle. So the route we went in started in Hungdong, and it went around, and well, I'll just take you through it stop by stop. But we started off in Hungdong. From there, we traveled through all the traffic. You got to go through all this traffic before you can get on the country road. And then once we started getting on the country road, our first stop was a place that I went to a long time ago called Zombie Cafe. Now this is a pretty good cafe, meaning there's a lot to see there. I will warn you about some of their drinks though. They got a lot of sugar in them. So if you're not a big sugar fan, make sure to ask for less sugar. But anyway, this place has a lot to offer. They've got rivers where you can actually eat or drink or both right there in the river. So that's really nice, and you can take a lot of good selfies, pictures of family, whatever there. So it's really good. Then you go on the inside. The inside's done up really nice. They've got several different inside areas, so you can pick which one you want to go to. And even in the back of the place, they have even more seating. It's kind of like a tree house type thing. So they got different, on the first level, they even have transformers. And look, I'll even give you a close-up of the transformer. It's legit. I mean, it's not gonna move or anything, but it's made out of metal. Somebody put a lot of time and effort into these transformers. Then if you go up to the next level on this thing, there's plenty of places to, again, eat or drink or both there. So make sure you do check out the back of this place. And if you go to the top and look out the back, you can see that they do have some scenic views in the back. You can see the mountains, you could see the rice fields. Now this is still the smoky season, so the view's gonna look a lot better than what I'm showing you now if you're not in the smoky season. This time I didn't even have a drink, but everyone else had coffee and they said they liked it a lot. I can't tell you how much Laura, she's one of the friends of mine who was on this trip, can't tell you how much she liked her coffee, because she got it and sat down, she dropped it on the floor into her coffee. Stop 2 on this tour or little loop was the River Rock Hill Cafe. I've been to this one several times. This is one of my favorite places to stop when I'm on this particular road. So as soon as you get off or off your motorcycle or out of your car, you got to go over this suspension bridge over a nice, beautiful river with lots of rocks and little waterfalls. So it's beautiful right from the get-go. And I did notice that this time they have revamped their whole outside area, meaning this bridge is brand new. Before, it was a little sketchy. This time, it's rock solid. So anyway, you get across this bridge and you go on the other side of the river, and that's where the cafe is. Now at this cafe, they have beautiful views all over the place. Of course, the river is going to be the main focus point. You can hear the cars whizzing by from where you parked, because that is the major back road. It is a country road, but it is used quite often. So I'm not telling you you're gonna hear nothing but nature here. You will hear the cars going by, but it's absolutely stunning. And they have many different areas to sit at. So they've got areas where you can sit out and look over the river. And you can even go down further. There's a new section where you can kind of lay out right by the river. You're still covered, so if it rains, you're still fine. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this place, I have had food and drink, and it is really good. So if you want to eat and drink, that's a good place to do it. So what you do is you go up to their main area, you'll see it, where you order your food, and then just go sit down. You pay for it right then and there when you order it, then go sit down. They will find you and give you your food there. This place is one of those, if you're gonna be anywhere near this place, you definitely wanna stop. Stop 3 on our little motorcycle loop was the Samong Overlook. So this is an overlook on the side of the road, nothing spectacular, but it's really nice. The view would have been a lot better had it not been the smoky season, but just know it's there. And if you're here in another season where it's going to be a pretty view, stop here. It's quick, it's easy to get to, it's right there by the side of the road, but it's a really good view, a great place to take some pictures. Now our next stop after that, we were getting hungry. I don't think any of us had eaten anywhere at this point. So we stopped at this little roadside cafe. Now, when we got off our motorcycles, it sounded like a murder scene from a horror movie because, and I know I said cicada in one of the other videos and everyone said, no, it's cicada or cicada. I'll get it right eventually. I've always said cicada. But anyway, they're making noise everywhere. It sounded like it was a murder scene and it was loud. I don't mean a little loud. This is what it sounded like. So other than the death noise, the place is beautiful. It's a little Thai restaurant. They've got Thai food, as you can imagine, very low priced. I'll put a link in the description and hopefully you'll give this place a try. Beautiful views. Make sure to sit where the fan hits you. One of my friends on this trip must have had some stinky, stanky hair. Something was going on with him. Okay, he's sitting there eating with us and the whole time these swarms of bugs are all over his head. The whole time he's trying to shoo them away. No matter what he did, they were all over his hair. They weren't bothering anyone else but this guy. I don't know what he's using as his shampoo, or did he forget to even wash his hair for 2 weeks? I don't know, but these bugs were all over him. But at least they were bothering him and not me. But if you're sitting in front of the fans, probably would blow them away if they're bothering you. But it is a pretty place. Our next stop after that was Lana Coffee by Lana Resort. It's a mouthful. This is a place I showed you a couple of times. Don't be scared of this place. I definitely say go to this place. Must go to it. Don't get nervous about it because when you pull up, you're gonna see a gate guard and nothing. Just tell the gate guard you're there for the cafe. You get past this guard and you go to this beautiful area. I mean beautiful. And you won't notice it right away when you park. Just start walking. You'll see the cafe. The cafe's nice all by itself. You're gonna see a lot of outside eating areas. Then when you get down, there's this beautiful river with the rocks right there. There's a beautiful swing in the river. It's nice and quiet and calm and romantic. If you're wanting to bring someone here for a date, girlfriend, wife, whatever, it's a really nice place to go. Now, I was able to go to a place here day before yesterday, Chiang Mai. I've been to Chiang Mai before, and every time I go to Chiang Mai, I see that one mountain scene that you'll see anytime you look up Chiang Mai. You will always see this one mountain. I thought it was the only one they had. But I was actually going out to a village, a small village, a Karen village, in what I'm going to say is the middle of nowhere. And I walked out there and looked up in the sky, and the smoke wasn't so bad right there. And not only was there that one beautiful mountain, but there was a second one. And then when I panned over to the right, there was a third one. One of the best pieces of real estate I have ever seen right there in Chiang Mai. That little place surprises me, and I tell you what else surprises me. On our way to Chiang Mai, you go through a place called Mai Rim. And in Mai Rim, we stopped by a restaurant. I'm gonna put a link down in the description to this restaurant. This restaurant had a rainforest theme. Not unusual here in Chiang Mai. There's a lot of rainforest themes. They really outdid themselves on this place. And wait till I tell you about the food. So this place has a ton of areas to take beautiful pictures. Whether you're just taking a picture of the scenery, or you want to get a selfie, or you want to take a picture of family and friends, or if you're coming here to get married, you want to take some wedding photos here, it's that good. I was a photographer, a pro one back in the United States. I would have killed to take some bridal portraits at this place. They got things going on everywhere. Highly recommend you checking this out. And I got there, I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna be one of those places that's really pretty, but the food and drinks, they're gonna stink. No, the food was fantastic. Okay, I don't have my camera right now. Something just fell out of a tree, and it's a gigantic lizard that just landed behind the camera, and he just jumped and ran off. The things you see in Thailand. But anyway, this place has phenomenal food. I had khao soi, and I'm a khao soi connoisseur, and that was one of the best khao sois I ever had. Now, before we go, I want to give you an update on the dog situation. If you go back about 3 or 4 videos, you remember the dog that was being mistreated. It wasn't far from my house, and I could hear when it happened, and went over there and had words, tried to get the dog. She didn't want to give it up with money, nothing else. She just doesn't want to give up the dog. And I told you she had been keeping a lot of things in her yard, and the dog was on this like 3-foot chain. It was just a miserable situation. Well, anyway, thank you for the money that you guys contributed with Patreon, and the thanks down below, that thanks button, and also on our Buy Us a Coffee. Use that money, kept feeding the dog, kept walking the dog. But I got good news. So whoever it was she was waiting on to pick up all that stuff that was taking up her entire yard, it's gone. I saw the big semi come. They took a crane, picked up all this stuff. She did what she said she was gonna do. She said whenever they came and got all this stuff, she would let the dog run around again. So the dog has the entire yard to run around, and she's not beating it, because if she beats that dog one time, I'm gonna hear it. I'm gonna be right over there, and she knows it. So there's none of that going on. The dog has water, has food, been checking on it. I have to pass this house every day. The dog seems happy. So, you know, thank you. Thank you for all your support and help with this. I'm glad it had a happy ending, and I will continue to monitor the situation. And if she ever wants to get rid of this dog, I told her, let me know, and we will all figure this out together. Also, I have some shout outs for some people who gave us money, and this is all 3 of these people gave on Buy Us a Coffee. So I want to make sure to thank you. So I'm going to get my list out here. We got 3. We got Gavin P. Thank you very much. We sure do appreciate it. Also, all right, this is the second time this person's given. I didn't even try to attempt it the first time. I'm going to try it this time. Is it Maurice? Did I get it right? So is that Maurice just has a Z on the end? Hopefully that's right. And then lastly but not least, Henry L. So thank you to all 3 of you. We really appreciate it. And we do appreciate all of those who view our video, like our video, and especially the ones who subscribe. It really helps our channel. So I hope to see you in the next one. We've got a lot coming on, and don't forget, a month, well, less than a month from now is Songkran. If you don't know what that is, stay tuned to the channel, because there's a lot to see. It's going to happen, I'm going to wing this. I think it's either between the 13th and the 15th of April, or it's the 11th and the 13th. Anyway, it's next month, it's coming up, and I will make sure to get you as much coverage of that festival as I possibly can. Again, thank you for watching, and I'm going to close this out by saying, Kap Kun Kap.